What did Lifehouse say while playing Riichi Mahjong? I will not Riichi, but all other people start to disapprove. They think I lose, but now you can see. Not like the sheeple who all ask me why, that I would have died in East 2. What round is it? And what's the Dora? I pray as I draw a red 5. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are, folks. It's throwback emo time. I believe I was introduced to that song because growing up, I had the American Idol karaoke PlayStation 2 game where it came with a USB microphone and then like a fake Simon Cowell would tell you that you did great. It was a weird childhood. I played that with my family. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. We never had like a karaoke system, so that was like the closest thing that we got. Folks, we're back in Mahjong Soul. Now, my name's Yusong. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. It shouldn't be any surprise that I'm saying this to you, okay? I wouldn't say that we're playing the worst that we've ever played. I would just describe this pattern as a free fall through a tunnel of complete entropy where there is no light and there is no justice. I'm not saying that it's all doom and gloom, but I'm saying it would be nice to have a change of pace. We're going back into the Jade Room today, and as we load in, let me just say this. If you like this song or you like the genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every single day. Consider leaving a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous, as it helps me out and the channel out such a great deal. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I sincerely appreciate all the support. And it brings us to our featured comment of the day. Eric Huang writes, Yusung silently panicking every time Claire says one of the names of the characters until he is forced to admit that he doesn't know any of them. At 3325 was sending me. Look, in my defense, Your Honor, please, if I may have an audience for a second, if I as the defendant can approach the jury and just get on my knees and grovel a little bit. Here's the thing. I am so locked into the Riichi of it all, the tiles of it all. There's no time to learn all the characters, okay? I know Ichihime, who's literally like the main character of this, I would say, franchise. Yeah, of course I would say franchise. He's the main character of the Mahjong Soul anime as well, which if you haven't seen it is a real thing. I'm not even memeing on you. It's a real thing on the official Mahjong Soul YouTube channel. Anyway, I know, and you know what? We don't need to prove that we know any more than we do. Hang on. This hand, I know this looks bad. I'm not calling Riichi here. If we pawn, we're in a triple-sided wait here, okay? If we pawn the east wind, we get to wait on a 3 of bamboo, a 5 of bamboo, or a 6 of bamboo. I'm not single tile Yorkin for the 7 of circles. It's so bad. It's so unbelievably bad. Like it's this hand would be Riichi only. Oh, brother. I mean, now you have to, because the east wind could come out if someone's trying to play safe, right? East wind could come out. All right. Here's how I'm going to turn this entire ship around. And you might not believe me, but that's okay. You don't necessarily have to believe me, okay? Here's how I'm going to turn this entire ship around. No, I have reread some of my most recent notes in the LibreOffice document. Today, especially, because we've had to write this one down like a million bajillion times. How many times are we going to have to teach you this lesson, old man? I cannot, when I have a one-on hand, push for nothing. When I have a one-on hand, push for nothing. This is just solid fundamentals. Every week or so, Mercury will be in retrograde, and I will need to remind myself of this truth. But if we are like 9 to 12 discards in, and all I have is a white dragon, I am not allowed to push for that tile. I am simply not allowed to push for that tile. Am I going to learn the names of all the characters before before we commentate the tournament? Which, by the way, if you're watching this video, it's already happened. It happened this past week. You could enjoy the VOD on the channel. I think that we did great. I'm just gonna call my shot. I think that we did great. I don't know. I think, what's a name really? And also, by the way, it's not like Yostar's fault. They've done a lot of great collabs with a lot of different franchises. You know what I mean? And it's like all those franchises. We got to learn all the names of all the different franchises. Look, I know the names of the Fate Stay Night characters, okay? Fate Stay Night, number 1, most importantly, I call it Fate Stay animation for the winning animation. That's very important. And then there's the guy, silver-haired guy, does the sword thing at the end. blonde-haired character who has the sword above, like they're about to strike you in the middle of a mahjong game. And that's all that we really need to know. And quite frankly, if that's wrong, then I don't want to be right. And people are applauding. People are standing up and cheering in the streets. People are applauding louder than they've ever applauded before. This hand is okay. If we draw into 2 of circles, we're so fricked. I don't know why I can't learn names. I know that the Joker's name is, well, I don't know how the Joker's name is pronounced, but I know the Joker's name is spelled J-U. I know that. I don't know if it's who or if it's Jew or whatever is going on. But I know the legally distinct Joker in this game is spelled J-U. So that's cool that we know that one. We're so cooked. We're actually so cooked. Yo, Star, if you're listening, let me just, I sincerely apologize. If that's important though, like just let me know and I will become a studious Steven, okay? I will not rest. I will burn the candle on both ends if, until I can finally get it right. I mean, I could call Riichi one door a pure double sequence here. Is this hand ever getting better? Nah, dude, send it. Like, this hand is never getting better. I'm a sicko. And look, 2 door are gone. It's weird if I have like it's unlikely that I have a door or anything. Now we get chased and it's the worst day of my life. Okay, all right. Give me the worst day of my life a little bit. Maybe I should have chased earlier. 5 of characters, 2 of circles. Excuse me, they cut 5 of circles. 2 of circles hilariously looks okay here. Oh my god, are you serious? I just cut 8 and then a little 8 stay night. Oh, and then I don't know the name of that character. She's in the sauna though. She's in the sauna. I see past the names, and I engage with the humanity at the end of the day. He's just making excuses. Excuse mode 5000. How am I doing outside of the game? Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it so much. It's just nice that you take an interest in my life. My significant other, she is blasting me with some information today, okay? She's reading a book about Irish history, and she was saying that, you know how like in history class, you learn of like the potato famine, and you're like, oh my goodness, there just weren't any potatoes. And she's reading this book called Say Nothing, which is a non-fiction account of like Irish history. And in the book, it says like, no, there was food. It was just because they were under like British rule, it was being exported. And isn't that, I hope I'm not like Alex Jones posting right now. I hope this is like real history hours, but like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that should have probably been taught in like history class or something. And did you know that chemtrails? No, I'm not going off the deep end. I'm just saying it's like, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. And then, and we were talking about it, and I was asking her like, hang on, we can still accept freaking 2 and the 5 and the 7. The 6 of characters actually does nothing for us here. I probably cut this and I cut this. I'm a little bit scared. You have Seat Wind. I'm a little bit scared here. But now I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai. And my fate is in your hands, Riichi Mahjong gods. Okay, well, we dealt in last time, but at least it wasn't like a super disastrous ordeal. It was just kind of unfortunate. You know, we ended up talking about this book over Brekkie, as the kids say, and she was saying like, I was like, why did you start reading this book? I'm not trying to interrogate her or anything, but I was like, I want answers, and she's going, if the president does it, then they're not a crook. I'm calling Riichi here. I'm calling Riichi. I don't know if it's the right decision. It's not even Pinfu. Oh my god, am I Riichi? Excuse me. I'm tired of these MFing chasing on my MFing Riichi. This is a Snakes on a Plane reference. And then Right Lord gets Ipatsu. And they had the last, what? They had the last 8 or whatever. Oh my, they had the last 8 stay night. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this one. I don't know what's going on. Oh, brother. I don't know what's going on in this hand either. If we draw into like a West Wind, or something freaky, I might go for a half flush in the circle suit. If I draw into like a 1 of circles, or even like a 2 of circles, honestly, give me a reason. Just give me a freaking reason. Green dragon? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, well. Oh, look at that! I mean, there's a world, right? 3 little dragons. I'm not even memeing. 3 little dragons is a real Yaku. It's when you have at least a pair of all the dragons. So that's still possible. 6 of characters is not really what I want, but like also 1 of circles isn't what I really want. But also, can I just be real with you? None of these tiles do I really want right now. So it's a weird one. I mean, I think best case scenario, this hand is red dragon, white dragon. That would be very, very nice. A little two-han banger in the dealer seat, get to stay as the dealer. I was asking her why she was reading this. I was not Frost Nixoning. I was just genuinely curious. I was like, oh, because she recently watched Andor, and she was telling me that apparently a lot of the stuff in Andor, which is a really good show with good writing, as she was telling me. And I trust her opinion on that. Absolutely, I do. She was saying, like, you know, a lot of the writing on Andor was based off of Irish history. And so I was like, oh, are you reading this to learn more about the background and the historical influence for Andor? And she was just like, you know, there's just some parts of the world that I know very little about, and that makes me uncomfortable. And then I straight up, I at this point look to the camera, and there is no camera. This is real life. But I looked at the camera and I'm like, gulp! We're supposed to feel shame about that? And I realized, oh my goodness, yes, we are supposed to feel ashamed about that. I know very little about so many places in the world. She was telling me about like other regions of the world that she wanted to like learn more about. And then it reminds me of the fact that yesterday night, okay, Right Lord's going for a flush in the bozo suit. I actually hate this. They have seat win, prevalent win, half flush. This is like a mangon in the making. Okay, making a murderer parody, making a mangon. This is weird. I think that, quite frankly, the mangon was framed. Okay. Making a Murderer is a great show on Netflix. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's a nice true crime documentary if you've never seen it. I don't know. They have to be going for circle tile suits, right? The circle tile, circle suit tiles. Excuse me. It was very confusing to get that one out of the brain. But do I ever call Riichi? Okay, I mean, not now. This is like, now I'm Omega Fricked. There's nothing I can do here. Oh my god, and then they sumo. Oh, and it's not like this. Okay, at least they don't have the half flush, but this is still pretty bad. See when prevalent win red 5. I mean, close enough. I pay out 2K just to watch. I pay out $2,000 just to watch. Okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, I should learn more about the world. It reminded me of the fact that she was telling me about, oh, yeah, I just wanted to learn about like Irish history and stuff. That last night I was watching a video essay that was about, can you beat Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force on the Nintendo DS without ever buying a card pack? And I was like, whoa. I don't know. It's just that we each have our own interests, and I think that they are both of merit. You know what I mean? To each their own. It made me think a lot, though. We were talking about like identity and stuff, you know, just casual breakfast fare. And I was thinking about how, like, you know, I was born, people might not know this, I was born in China, and then my family emigrated to the US when I was 4 years old. And so I had to like learn English, which was fricked up. I learned English by watching Cartoon Network. I learned English by watching Dragon Ball Z. Of course, I was also being like taught English, and you also watch like Teletubbies and stuff. And I think I was a little too young or a little too old or something, but like, you get it. There's a baby in the sun. You know, you're learning, you're slowly gonna learn. Even if I was too old for it, the fact that it was in a new language was like challenging enough and engaging enough to where I was like, there's a baby in the sun. I need to learn what the baby is called. I need to learn what the sun is called, you know? All in English and stuff. And like huge shout out, right? Like to the ESL program in Long Island, in Suffolk County. Because at the school, there was an English as a second language like program. And I think as far as like things go, it's still like a pretty bare bones thing, but like huge. Like if that didn't exist, I would be like Omega Fricked. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have learned English, but it would have taken like longer, and you never know what kind of like butterfly effects that may have. So it's always weird because we were talking about like, you know, I'm gonna say geopolitics, but it wasn't that serious. It was just about like identity and how people identify in general, because sometimes with the book, like people will identify as like, and I hope I'm not saying anything like you ever just realize you're an ignorant little rat who scurries in a cave? Okay, but like some people will say like, I'm Irish Catholic, I'm like, and that is like the full extent of the, hang on. Okay, here's the thing, like 4 concealed triplets are all triplets. You tell me, buddy. You tell me, make my day. Cause I'm pawning. If red 5 comes out, I'm pawning. If 6 of circles comes, Frick it, dude, we ball. Claire is such a bad influence. Every time I collab with anyone, they're such a bad influence. Because then I hear in my mind, and I'm so easily susceptible. My mind is still Teletubbies mode right now. Like, I'm so easily susceptible. Oh, Yusong, Toy Toy isn't bad. Toy Toy isn't bad. Oh my god. And here I am, going for Toy Toy, going for all triplets, even though I know it's bad. I could, no, that does not get me into Tenpai. This also, no, please. Please, I know I've sinned here. I know this is so bad. You want to know what else is so unbelievably messed up? We see none of the Dora. We see none Dora left beef. We see none of the red dragons right now. Okay, one comes out, and there's the pawn. Of course, because of course. And then what are we doing here? And then what are we? I have Tanya, red 5 all triplets. I gotta go for this. And now you and I are engaged in a deadlock duel for the fate of the universe. And then Right Lord calls the Riichi. And then this is very funny now. Oh yeah. Oh, so funny. Just like unbelievably effing hilarious. Just like so atrociously funny. You're not waiting with a 7-8 at least. You waiting with a 4-5? No, you're not waiting with a 4-5. Yeah, I have to. Oh my god. Well, I'm still in Tenpai. Oh, coward. A coward strats. Just such pure coward strats. Let me see what Maka says. South 1, full decision. Maka might boo me for that one. Maka, go ahead. Let it all out. Let it all out. Left Lords and Tenpai, they're not folding. Right Lord called the dealer seat Riichi, double-sided Yorkin. That's fine. Go, be my guest. This Riichi Mahjong used to be easier. I don't know what happened in the game, but this game genuinely used to be easier. Speaking of easier, this hand is not bad, right? We can pawn into the white dragon very easily, and now we have a sticky Ishanten. If we draw any tile, like a 6 or an 8 here, or like a 6 or an 8 here, we just need a tile to stick to any of our other solo tiles, and then we suddenly have a pretty schmackin' Tenpai when it's all said and done. I'm gonna keep the 7 of circles. You like that? Because the 8 of circles is the door, and if we draw into the 8 of circles or the 6 of circles, I'm like really happy. But the 4 of characters is also not that bad right now, right? We can chi into a 1, we can pawn into a 9, we can pawn into a 4, although that's not that good, but it helps us get into Tenpai as well. So I'm not above that one. I don't want to cheat. No, that one's bad. I could cheat to technically single tile York in it for the 3 of characters. I'll see what Maka says about that one. South 1, repeat 1, 2 of characters, chi decision. I just don't think that's that good. And we could always draw into something nice like this, right? We can always draw into something nice like red 5. Now, oh, I'm supposed to cut the 7 here, I think. I think I'm genuinely supposed to cut 7 here. But I don't want to. But I will? But I don't want to. But I will. But I'll cut 4 here instead. Oh, okay. Okay, I mean, it's fine. I could still pawn into 9 of bamboo and still have like a 2 tile weight, right? Oh my god. Okay, I thought that was the tile that I just discarded. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, not punished. Not punished. Just a little scared right now because he doesn't trust himself. A real crisis of character. All right, the 7-8 would have been fine, but 3 of the 9s are already gone, so it doesn't feel that bad to not be waiting with the 7-8 of characters. There's Tenpai. I'm on a double-sided weight. This is as good as it gets. Genuinely as good as it gets. I don't think this hand gets any better. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is gross. I don't think this hand gets any better. The way that this hand does get better, okay, hilarious. We would have been able to accept the door, but like we can draw into red 5 of the character suit. Okay, red 5 of the character suit is the only way that this goes. We got a little bit more value. But we were talking about it, and I was like, you know, I was born in China. I don't really know if I identify with like one culture over the other, and I always feel weird saying like, oh yeah, like Chinese American, or you have to like write on a form like, you know, where are you from, which is like you're a piece of paper. You don't get to know that. And well, like, what do you care? You know, you're a 8 by 11 inch paper. I'll kill you. Sorry, in Minecraft. Like, I don't know. Because I think I think sometimes that helps, but also sometimes that like doesn't help. Sometimes it's like very like shoehorny. Oh, I should not have said that, but like it shoehorns you into a particular classification that you might not enjoy. I don't know. Maybe think. You know what I think? I think that like because I grew up, you know, pre 4 years of age, you're not learning that much about like culture and stuff. You're absorbing a lot, but you're not like. I don't know. I don't think you're like engaging as much as you do even when you're like 6 or 8 years old, right? So I think I largely grew up in the States, and I think that like culturally, I was largely inspired, I hope we could say this, largely inspired by like American comedy, especially like American, like self-deprecating humor. You know what I mean? There's something very like I think you can overdo it for sure, and then you don't want to like trap other people into giving you sympathy, which is what I do every single day here on this YouTube channel. I'm very ironic, but like, no, it's not what okay, whatever. It's just we're making jokes here. What do I cut here? I think this is like not that good, but like this is not that good. What are we even doing? Define the relationship. What are we right now? And then if I draw into like a 2 of circles, aren't I kind of pogging? I mean, ultimately, I'm hoping to 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku all over this thing. Yeah. And I cut the tile that's a little bit dangerous. It's closer to the, I mean, it's Tsuji to the Dora, the 6 of circles. And we would love to chi into a 6. A 6 would go swimmingly here. Oh my god, this hand could actually do numbers, okay? This hand could actually, hang on. I don't think that we want that. No, I think I cut 4 and then I cut 3. The Sanshoku chance is just too freaking delectable. I'll see what Maka says about this as well. South 2, 4 of characters cut. Because I want Sea Wind, Red 5, Dora, Sanshoku. That's what I want. I will accept a 9. Like if a 9 of anything. What? If a 9 of anything comes out? No, I should not be. I mean, now if I draw into a 7 or 8 or a 7 or 8 here, it's the same thing as if I would have kept the 4. Like, okay. This is not the tempai that I wanted, but maybe the tempai that I deserve. Plus, we could always draw back into a 6 of characters, right? Like, I can't chi that one. I know it's so tempting, but I like can't chi that one. If I chi this tile, it's a weird rule of Mahjong, but you're not allowed to schmoove along with your sequence. Like, if I chi here, I'm not allowed to discard the 9. It will be grayed out. Yeah, it's going to be grayed out. If I wasn't in tempai yet, right? Then I could absolutely do it. Like, if I had like a random extra 2 of circles in my hand, like if this was, instead of a 7-8, it was just like a 7-2 or something, I would absolutely chi there. Then this would be grayed out, but I would cut the 2, and then next turn I would cut the 9. But unfortunately, it's not like that. And now the 6 of characters is going to be really hard to come by. Left Lord calls Riichi. They cut a 3 early. You got to believe in something. Okay, I'm pushing here. I don't know if Maka's going to like that. Let me see. Push decision after Riichi. A lot of good VOD review that we can do after this game's all said and done. 7 of characters. I mean, I could fold very, very easily, but what's the fun in that? Why fold when you could still Ron Left Lord off of the 9 of circles, which is a ostensibly safe tile that reasonably comes out. Oops. My. Now, we did not get Sanshoku, and we did not get the Dora, but we did get something very important. The dub, okay? We did get the dub. So I think culturally I was largely inspired by like that. And then I guess if I had to oh wow, okay, this is a really, really good hand. What do I even want to do here? This is kind of disgusting. Like Maka, here's the thing. Okay, here's like a bad tendency of mine. Yeah, exactly. Here's a bad tendency of mine. I tend to tunnel vision really, really hard. Really, really hard. Oh my god. And you rub my nose in it. Why don't you? Rub my nose in it. You would like that, you sick little. To tunnel vision on flush hands when they're really not flush hands. This might seem like a flush hand. And every fiber of my being is screaming for this to be a flush hand. And yet, I don't think it is. I think this is a gulp Riichi Pinfu Red 5 hand. I think this is a Riichi Pinfu Red 5 hand. What do I want to draw into? You know me, a 5 of circles is the best draw. That's the Riichi Pinfu Red 5 that we want. Okay, and then Left Lord is Seat Wind 3 Dora. Now, do we want to like go for this? That seems so bad, dude. Doesn't that just seem like so bad? And now if we draw, hang on, because this is not terrible. If we draw into like 4 of circles, 6 of circles. Not that, I'll tell you that much. Oh my god, I don't even want to throw this, dude. Oh my god, I think I'm supposed to fold here. Because this is a dealer seat manga and it's 12k, but this hand is good. Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to do this. Okay, South 3, 8 of characters. It passes, and there's no justice in this world. But here's the thing, if I draw into like if I can draw a tile that... No, dude, no. If I draw into a tile that sticks to the 5, tell me I don't just At least Damaten Pinfu, right? I don't even have to call Riichi. Left Lord's never going to fold for this. One of Bamboo, at least it's Suji Gaming. At least we know that the 9 character seems relatively safe. Because look at this. It's a 6, 7, 8, a 3, 4, 5, and a pair of the 4. So if we can just draw something near and dear to the 5 of circles, please don't make me look like a fool with my pants on the ground. I could call Riichi here. Frick it, dude. We ball. Like, Riichi, Pinfu, red 5. Riichi, Pinfu, red 5. You're never going to fold. I'm never going to fold. Like, what are we doing? Are we going to kiss? Define the relationship. Are we going to Ross and Rachel all day and all night? Like, we got to do something, okay? 4 of circles, by the way, safe for Left Lord. So if Left Lord draws into another 4 of... If they draw into another 4 of circles, I think that we can still make something good happen. And they know, like, people know that I'm not waiting with a 2-3. Okay, people know that I'm not waiting with a 2-3. Like, so 4 of circles, like, I don't know, Left Lord, if you got it, I need you to experience the ultimate despair. I need you to experience the ultimate despair. What if I had Tanya here? Had I waited a little bit longer? I don't think that that's right. I need to see. And then the Riichi decision. Oh my god. I'm gonna get 1,000 kisses in VOD review, or I'm gonna get blasted by Maka. This feels bad. Okay. 8 of circles. Not necessarily an adventurous discard by Left Lord, but kind of a weird one. They thought about it for a second. A lot of my apes are gone. Oh, mayhaps the 7 of circles could be in order here. Oops. Riichi, Pinfu, Sumo, red 5. Show me an Oradora, because I've been a good... Show me 3... Frick it. Show me 3 Oradora. This hand took bravery. Okay, 1 Oradora. But that's okay. This is a Mongon. It's a natty Mongon. Here's my thinking. If I win this hand, I'm actually in contention for first. And now who's the dealer? I'm the dealer. Okay. One Han finishes the game. N'est-ce pas? Yes. And then we get to end in first. I'm going to keep the East Wind and the South Wind right now. I feel like it's... I don't know if this hand is necessarily like a Riichi Pinfu kind of a vibe right now. Okay, interesting. Is it not? I'm still going to keep the South Wind. If we draw into another one and we get to open... Okay, now it's not going to happen. But it would have gone really effing hard, folks. Your Honor, I know that this wasn't the most responsible decision. In my defense, it went super freaking hard. And then I see everyone on the jury nodding. Yeah, I'm seeing what this guy is picking up. I thought he was the Yonkler, but he's actually making a lot of sense. I mean, I don't like this tile. I don't like what it represents. I don't like what you stand for. If you stand for nothing, Burr, who do you fall for? Yeah, but I'm also like, well, if we draw into a 2 of circles and we need a pair, like the 4 of circles could maybe become a triplet. Awkward hand. Not gonna lie to you. Awkward hand. What else could happen? Right Lord could deal into someone. That would be a lovely occurrence. I haven't even been able to like do some investigative journalism here. Is this Ishan 10? No, dude, it's not even Ishan 10. This is disgusting. Just look at yourself. Like, what are you doing with this hand? Like, I have no idea how this hand gets into Tenpai. Right Lord Master 1 star. Weirdo decimal points in the match history. Not sure how that happens. Probably just stats, now that I'm thinking about it. Crosslord, you remind me of me. NPC Gaming here in Master 2 star. And then Left Lord. We were just duking it out, and you're a Master 3 star. Okay, and no one here needs to pee in a cup. We are all real human beings here. No one is the hero. No one's the villain. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 Peasies in my hand. Okay, actually gross, right? Now I'm Ishan 10, but it's like not a good one. Do I want to be able to draw into the Dora? Yeah, I do. I mean, no, I don't. Oh, I should have maybe cut the 6, because the door is the 4 of characters. So like, I don't know. This is like a dangerous... Wow. Okay. Do I ever just start pawning? That's disgusting. If I draw into like a 3 of circles, a 5 of circles, or a 9 of circles, then, or a 9 of bamboo, then I start pawning. So anyways, it started blasting. But like, if not, I think this is just like a... Oh, this is so awkward, dude. The 1 of circles is never going to become a triplet. This tile is also never going to become a triplet. Just like the chances that it does are so infinitesimally slim. N'est-ce pas? Okay, well now I don't know what's going on anymore. This is Ishan 10, 1 tile away from Tenpai for 4 concealed triplets. But this one's never going to happen. That one's never going to happen. But like, why am I keeping this? Well, I guess if I draw into a 2 of circles, I could still call Riichi. Do I need to call Riichi? Yeah, I do. 3 concealed triplets only works if I sumo, not if I run. So that's not great. Okay, and now things are wacky. Things are wacky tabacky. It's Yakuman chance. Oh my effing god. Oh my effing god. It's... Folks, do you believe in miracles? People are gonna be livid in the comments because I think folding here is also acceptable. Like folding here, like I don't know. A crossword just called Khan. I don't know if anyone notices, but a crossword called Khan. 7 of bamboo. Like oh my god. Well, we went for it, and we get second for this. All right, at least the thumbnail for me, and then we have a lot to learn from this game. At least we have a lot to learn from. Plus 69, yeah, good one, hilarious. And I'm not gonna learn any of the characters' names. I'm mad that I didn't get my Yakuman. Large diamond. I'm not shining bright like a diamond. I'm very morose right now. Get me in the logs. Maka, analyze me, Zaddy. Tell me that I did a good job. Please, tell me that I did a good job. Why was that analysis so fast? S-? Probably because I got perfect marks on everything. And Maka didn't even need to say anything. All right, here we go. A lot of things that we can look at. They hated the Riichi as well. Okay, but let's look at East 1. Oh, first things first. I'm the realist. South 1 fold decision. Hang on. I dealt in here. I called Riichi. Did you like the Riichi? Did you like the Riichi? You liked the Riichi earlier. Yo, I gotta stop being a coward. I gotta stop being a coward. This is like I'm opening up the LibreOffice document right now. Just stop being a coward. Stop being a coward. If you're less than 7 discards in and you have Riichi plus 1 other Han, just call Riichi. Even if it's on a single tile weight. This is as seen in Riichi Book 1 too. Like this is actually textbook. I don't know why I'm not calling Riichi here. Like they don't hate it necessarily, but this hand never gets better, and like just slam the early Riichi because they don't know. But now they know. Now they know that my hand is garbage. And then and then they chase my Riichi. And maybe if I called it 1 turn earlier, they would have folded. Like if I called it on there, what do? I think they fold with the 7 of bamboo. I think they fold with the 7 of bamboo with the 7 of characters. 3 of bamboo just is so close to the Riichi tile. I think it would have been I would have been able to bully this player off of it, dude. Oh my god. You sung. Okay. Hanemon status. I called Riichi again. What happened here? They hated the Riichi. You like the What? You like the evil. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is more evil. There's 3 tiles versus if I wait on the 7 of characters and the 8 of characters. There's only 1 of this and 3 of the 7s. So 4 tiles versus 3 tiles. But this one's evil and it's a pseudo trap, and no bozo would ever wait for something that evil. Okay, I see you. This honestly, this is on me, Maka. I did not respect your game, and that's on me. That's absolutely on me. They wanted me to keep the Dora tile too. Oh my god, just the unfathomable greed. I'm cutting 2. I'm not cutting 2. What did I cut instead of the 2? I cut the 6? Oh, tell me that it wasn't that bad though, because like, oh, I guess I can accept 7 and on a double-sided weight. Yeah, but like, yucky. If I cut the 6, I can still accept 7 here, and it's totally fine. I guess I'm not in Tenpai then, but like then I get to schmoove towards a better one. All right, this one was kind of wackadoodle as well. South 1 fold decision. Here we go. Fold decision. That doesn't sound like me. Doesn't sound like me at all. Westwind, you're gone. This hand is like garbage, by the way. I can't believe they dared to give me this hand. 8 of characters. Superfluous. 8 of characters again. Whatever. I'm cutting like a... Whatever. White Dragon. They wanted me to cut the 1 here, but like... yeah, and I should have cut the 1. Yeah, what am I smoking right now? Okay, now I sober up finally. And now this is 7 peasies. 7 peasies. I cut the 6 because I'm scared of it. I cut the 3 because 4 concealed triplets. And then I press the pawn button. And they don't even hate the pawn button. And then I cut the 6. And then I cut the 7. And then I'm cutting the 5. And then someone calls Riichi here eventually. Left Lord pawns the Dora. Oh my god. Left Lord pawns the door, and then what do they want me to do? They love the pawn here. You're a sicko. You're a sicko, and I love the pawn too. Because now we're in Mongon territory. But now someone calls Riichi. Right Lord calls Riichi. They love the coward strats. They love the coward strats. This is just a tiny bit safer, right? It's a tiny bit safer. Like, Right Lord could have 5-6, but they don't have 7-8, and they don't have, like, I don't think they have 4-5. So I think that the 6 is a little bit safer here. And then what happened? And then did they... You're on a double-sided way. Do they like the Riichi? Oh my god. No. They don't like the Riichi. They like Dama 10 Andy. Like, because, I don't know, scary. Scary into 3 Dora. But, like, this is... I don't know. This is so wrong of me. But I'm like, this is where the money gets made. Like, when someone else is 3 Dora, they're not folding. This is when the money gets made. Like, you gotta go for it. I cut 6. And then you wanted me to cut 3, and I was a coward here. So hang on, how could 3 get me into trouble? Double pair wait on the 3, could still happen. They can't be waiting with a 4-5. Could they be waiting with a 1-2? How many 1s are visible? 3 of them? How many 2s are visible? Frickin' 3 of them? Oh man. I don't think they would chase the Riichi with a 1-2 though. That's so bad. That's so bad. And, okay, I get it. It's like Suji Gaming, and we get to stay in Tenpai. Oh my god, what were you waiting for? 7 of... Right, single tile Yorker for the 7. And then no one won this game. All right, well, this is a little bit tricky. But the folding out of all triplets, they liked. And I agree. That was great. South 1 repeat 2. South 1 repeat 1. The 2 of characters chi decision. Of course. Call me a real chi monger. There was a 2 of characters chi decision. Because this is for Tenpai. They don't like it. It's such a bad Tenpai that this is like you're snoozing. This is like you're snoozing. And then Westwind, yes. And then I should have cut the 7 here. Yeah, the Doi should have cut the 7. Okay. All right, that's on me. A little bit too greedy for the Dora. A little bit too greedy for the Dora. And now I got this. Luckily, we weren't punished. Kind of, like, not really punished there. And then we get the Ronald McDonald all over Right Lord. Yes, queen. All right. South 2, 4 of characters cut. There was a 4. Right. This one was weird. I wanted Sanshoku so effing bad. Yeah. Okay. You like it. I like it too. Then I cut this. Oh my god. Yeah, because, like, we get to draw into any of these. And then I cut this. I play this like a freaking monster. Baby. And then Riichi was called. And I'm 3 of the 3s are gone. If you don't believe in anything, like, you gotta believe in something. You just gotta believe in something. 3 of the 3s were gone. South 3, 8 of characters, decision. This hand was so fricked. I cut this, which you didn't even hate. You wanted me to cut 9 of bamboo for sure. You wanted me to cut 2 of... No, fine. Now 2 of bamboo. Now 2 of bamboo. Now Nolan Northwind. Now 8 of circles. And then you did not like the Riichi here. You just straight up did not like the Riichi. And I didn't like the Riichi either. Into this, disaster class. So they wanted me to cut the red 5. I don't want to do that. I cut the 1 of characters instead, because if we get anything to stick to the 5, we're gaming. 8 of characters. What? Maybe that's just a huge fold decision. 9 of characters. 1 of bamboo. I called Riichi here. This is when the money is made, though. There are certain phrases that when I start to say them, you know something bad is about to happen. For a while now on this channel, it was in for a penny, in for a pound. And now it's, this is when the money gets made. Oh, man, they hated the Riichi here. They like the discard. They just hate the Riichi. I guess you don't want to give anyone else a reason to play. Like, now no one, like, Right Lord plays defense. A Crosslord plays defense. There is no pushing anymore, right? Were you even in Tenpai? You were. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Actually terrifying. And then we get the sumo. Oh my god. Okay. Well, maybe a little bit undeserved, but you know what? And it wasn't even that deserved. Dude, 2nd place after all of that. Folks, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like this song or you like this genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every single day. Consider leaving a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord and our VODs channel, in case you can never make it live. I also, whenever I stream Mahjong on Twitch, I'll dual stream it here on YouTube, so you can keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one. Until next time, please take care of yourself, and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.